What's good, guys? In this video, we're going to do a personal brand overhaul. 30 days. In 30 days, if you watch this video, you're going to have an online presence if you follow the structure that I'm giving you. Okay? So, first, number one, you cannot be singular in your branding. You have to be diverse. You have to be on TikTok. You have to be on YouTube, right? You have to be on Instagram, okay? You have to be multi-platform. You have to be diverse. Gone are the days that you can rely on one platform and expect to have a personal brand or an online presence where you've established yourself as somebody that is well known, okay? The more videos that are going out there to these different mediums, the more you can establish a presence. Step number one, you got to be on all platforms, right? Step number two is you have to have structure. This simply means that there needs to be something that people are remembering you for. There needs to be something that people know you for. If you're all over the place or you're doing 10 different formats at the same time, it's very hard to pinpoint what people are going to remember you for. You got to remember, guys, that human beings, we try to simplify life as much as possible. This is why the whole concept of like social media being saturated is stupid. Because human beings can literally only focus on one authority at the same time. When we make decisions, we think of the person that we know can help us make that decision the fastest. Let me give you a question, right? Let me propose this to you. Let me propose this mindset to you, right? Let's say you got into some legal trouble, right? You got into some legal trouble, but you remember a friend of yours recommended you a great lawyer in your city. Now, there are millions of lawyers all over the world. Will you sit up there and go and try to dissect all the millions of lawyers in the world, or the one that your friend gave you? Who are you going to reach out to first? The one that your friend gave you, the person that your friend recommended to you. That's a very interesting psychology that people have to understand. This shows you that there's no such thing as saturation. You can have hundreds of thousands of different accounts in a specific niche, right? Doing a bunch of the similar shit. But people are going to only relate to who they relate to. I'm pretty sure there are plenty of personal branding people on the internet, but you're watching my videos for specific reasons. You relate to me or you've seen my content before. So your brain, you're watching this video right now because your brain wants to simplify a problem in your life, which is you making more money or you creating a personal brand. So your brain is not going to tell you, hey, let me go and learn from all these millions of people. Your brain is going to tell you, hey, this guy, FitX Fearless, has already helped me in some part of my life, or his videos seem interesting, so I'm just going to keep listening to him. This is the way the mind works. So the way you got to play on this shit, right? And find a structure that makes you easily memorable. I'm going to give you guys an example of something that I went viral for with the self-improvement. It was the looks maxing, right? The looks maxing videos did so well that I would get people come up on the street and ask me, aren't you the looks max guy? 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 Now, I help people with several things. But what became memorable was the format of me giving guys looks maxing advice. Why is that so important? This is because human beings are going to be like, the person that I want help for looks maxing is this person. I see their videos giving looks maxing. I need looks maxing. I go to this person. So you got to find what makes you stand out. This is where you got to play on your unfair advantages. What are your unfair advantages? Life is not fucking fair. Business damn sure ain't fucking fair. So what are your unfair advantages? Are you a guy that is memorable for the way you speak? People remember me easily because of how blunt and to the point I am. So how would it suit me to start making videos being more mild-mannered? It wouldn't suit me. That's not my unfair advantage. I feel like I have a gift in helping galvanize human beings to pushing them to be better. And I do it in a blunt way that causes polarization. People hate it, people love it. But that's something that makes me memorable. It makes me memorable. People are gonna be like, that guy FedEx Fearless, he could be an asshole, but he's gonna tell you the truth. So if I need help with my personal branding and I want the truth, I know who to go to. Make sense? So you gotta find out what your unfair advantages are. There are some people on the internet, guys and ladies, who are, they're very good looking. Right? They go viral for just being attractive. They post some videos and they go viral. They build an audience for that shit. They get sponsorships from that shit. Fuck that. You better find your unfair advantage. Right? You use the structure. So something that's gonna make you easily memorable. So you can stand out. And the way you stand out is to find what your unfair advantage is. Stop trying to force yourself in a box. You're good at something, or you have things that are memorable about you that you can use to your advantage. It doesn't make any sense. Yes, you're going to follow formats that exist. You're going to follow formats that are already out there, but you're going to try to implement your unfair advantage. Every creator, every personal brand that I see do extremely well, get so many fucking views, blow up, is because they use their unfair advantage. Let's look at Andrew Tate for a second, right? Whether you like him or not, this motherfucker has figured out a structure that made him easily memorable so he can stand out using his unfair advantages. Guy was a kickboxing world champion, very blunt, can speak very well. He didn't sit up here and try to make vlogs, day in the life vlogs. He sat up there and he used his unfair advantage, which was being an unbelievable speaker, so he can talk some shit to get people riled up and make a decision whether they fuck with him or not. Unfair advantage. He didn't try to go do fitness content and do bicep curls and try to go viral with that. He found what his unfair advantage was and he used that to scale. If you don't find your unfair advantage, you're not going to be recognizable. You're not going to stand out. We're trying to help you stand out here. So figure out what it is about yourself that makes people go, damn. I figured out a long time ago that people like to listen to me talk. I figured it out. Back in college, right? I went to a camp and I'm just being me and people just listening to me talk about giving advice. And then before I know it, swear to God, this is a real story. Before I made one YouTube video, because my friends in college will always ask me for advice, but it solidified to me when I went to this engineering camp and I didn't know anybody there and gave it 1 week. All the guys in the engineering camp were coming on runs with me. Swear to God. No kidding. And a guy in that mentorship, I will never forget him. He was a Nigerian dude. I'm Nigerian as well. But he said, he literally looked at me, he said, you have a gift. He said, you know how to galvanize people very well. You're very galvanized. And that's the word he told me. Swear to God, this was 20, I graduated in 2018. This is with 2016. This dude told me this. I have an unbelievable memory, by the way. That's also one of my unfair advantages. I can remember every fucking thing, right? Which allows me to be a good speaker because I don't forget stuff. But this guy told me this back in 2016. We're in 2025 now. That was almost 10 years ago. That was 9 years ago. And he told me that. I was like, I thought about that. I was like, When I look back, I'm like, I was meant to do this shit. If you sit me in a room with people, sooner or later, people are going to start listening to me, especially my fellow man. Guarantee you. That's just a gift. It's an unfair advantage. I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, and start doing other shit that's not my unfair advantage. When I played to my advantages on social media, I started to go viral. When the format, I've said this before, the format that allowed me to go the most viral was me split screen giving advice. My personality on full display. That's my gift. So if you want to have a presence online in the next 30 days, you cannot be singular. Don't be singular. Be diverse, multi-platform. Find a structure that makes you easily memorable. Playing to your unfair advantage. All right? Whatever niche that you're in, I've already told you guys this before. If you don't know how to find your niche, just search in my content. Go to my channel and search a niche. That's how you find your niche. And you're going to come back and you say, okay, now I know what my niche is. How do I find a structure on the internet that allows me to be memorable and use my unfair advantages to stand out? Whatever that unfair advantage is. I got a guy in my mentorship right now that's 18 years old and he is fucking jacked. I'm like, there's nowhere in the world you look like this at 18. Guess what kind of content we got him doing? You guessed it. He's using his age as an advantage. He's using the fact that he's in great shape, in tremendous shape at 18 as an advantage. You got to figure out what that is. Okay? This is how you create a brand in the next 30 days that makes you recognizable, that makes you start to get traction. All right?